Hello, this is Shane Watson here from PSV Sports. I'm lucky enough to be joined by Shannon the Cannon Briggs. How are you, Shannon?
I'm good, champ. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. That's what I like to hear.
That's right. That's right.
Um, there's a lot to speak about with going, especially around the heavyweight division and yourself, Shannon. I mean, you came over to the UK. You fought on the undercard of David Haye against Arnold Zertjik. You knocked out your opponent in the first round, like you do a lot of your opponents, as you hold the world record for most first round knockouts in boxing history. Um, and also there's been allegations of recent of a failed drugs test from you. What is the situation with Shannon Briggs at the moment? Everyone loves to hear from Shannon Briggs. You got you got a good aura about you. You're loud and you make fights exciting and you got power, and that's what everyone likes to see from a big heavyweight. What's next for Shannon Briggs, and does it lie within the UK?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be back in the UK. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks. The UK is my second home. I'm looking forward to fighting there again. It was a great turnout that we had and a great acceptance for me. So I definitely love the UK, and like I said, I can't wait to get back to my second home. As far as the ban situation, there was a failed drug test, and unfortunately, I take full responsibility for it. And I'm looking forward to coming back. I'll be back in hopefully late November, early December. We're in talks right now with a possible fight with Povetkin, and if we can make that fight, it'll be a great fight, especially in Moscow, which I love as well. And I'm looking forward to that fight. And right now we're in negotiations. Possibly that's my next fight. You're the first to hear about it in the press, so I guess you'll be breaking the story.
Oh, that's great to hear, and thanks a lot for that, Shannon, as well. I mean, we love having you over in the UK. You're a big name in the UK as well. I mean, as it showed, you got a big support here. You've had some big fights against UK fighters, as in the sense of Lennox Lewis, which was a massive heavyweight fight, and it was very much backwards and forwards in that fight. You know, I mean, it was a very close fight. I mean, you was almost knocking him out, and he was almost knocking you out, kind of fight. So, what potential names in the UK do you want to call out, and do you want to be in the ring with?
I love to fight everybody. Right now the champion is Anthony Joshua. He's a great champion, and I'm sure within a couple fights, if things happen with me and Povetkin and I knock him off, that could be a future potential fight. There's Dylan White, who's out there as well, who I love and is a big fan of his work, and he's like a nephew to me. All these guys are like, one thing about UK fighters, they're great guys. They're great for the sport. They bring a lot of attention. And boxing's high in the UK right now. It's where boxing began, and it's where it's hot at right now. So again, I love to be fighting any of the top guys when the time comes. But right now, I'm focused on getting back in the ring. Letting this band thing go over, and hopefully returning and let my fans see me at my best and bringing excitement, like you said, and having fun at the same time, and hopefully inspiring people to never give up and keep going, regardless of what happens.
And also, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in the heavyweight division at the moment. And recently, the retirement of Tyson Fury was announced. Tyson Fury announced his retirement from the sport officially due to personal ongoing issues. I mean, he said he's happy outside the ring and he's lost a love for the sport. So what's your opinion on this as a heavyweight fighter?
Well, I still love the sport. I still love the sport. I'm looking forward to not only becoming heavyweight champion for the third time and making history to become the oldest heavyweight champion, but at the same time, in 3 different decades, I'll be the only champion who have won the title in 3 different decades, making history. So I'm looking forward to that. So I still have a lot of love for the sport, unlike Tyson, possibly. But hopefully he'll regain that and he'll come back to the sport. But for me right now, I'm having a great time. There's been some roadblocks, but nothing's going to stop me from continuing to travel the world and spread positivity and fun. And that's what it's about for me. And then bringing the best fights. I want to fight everybody. Wilder. I just want to have fun. I want to, regardless of win, lose, or draw, stay busy, have fun, and also want to promote. I'm in the process right now of signing a few fighters to promote as long as myself. I think I have the biggest mouth in boxing. I can promote not only myself, but other people. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, 100%. I understand that, yeah. But also we've got David Haye in the UK. I mean, is that a fight you're still chasing after? And what's your opinion on David Haye?
David Haye's a cornball. He's nothing. He's nothing. He don't want to fight me. He's scared. He ran from me. He ran from me at the Barclays Center. He ran from me in England. He's scared of me. So he's a chicken. He doesn't count anymore. I moved on past him. He gracefully bowed out. So I have nothing negative to say about David. David gracefully bowed out, and he went on to fight the next guy. I forgot his name. And and he lost that fight. So I think that he gracefully bowed out. You can't chase a man who keep running. You feel me? Like, what's the sense? I'd be bullying him at this point. He had the opportunity to fight me. He told the entire world, let alone his home country, that he would fight me next, and he didn't fight me. And regardless of what he says, he just was afraid. So I gotta leave him alone. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. And also, we have a world unified heavyweight champion in the UK now, which I'm sure interests you, and that's Anthony Joshua. What's your thoughts on him as a fighter? And do you have any plans to maybe chase after him too?
He's great for the sport. I love him. I love what he's doing. He's a great role model, representation of the sport, and he could possibly be the future of boxing. As far as me, I'm climbing my way back up, and if he's in the way or he's a champion, I'd love to fight him and bring a great fight to England in the future.
And also, there's been heated situations with you and Deontay Wilder in the past. You came face to face, and it looked like it was going to come to blows at one point as well. Is that a fighter you want to take on as well? As he's also an American world champion, so is that something you want to snap off his waist?
Yeah, I'd like to break his jaw as well, but he's scared of me too. So you know what I'm saying? I can't chase a man that don't want to fight. You know what I mean? I can't make him fight. I'll be bullying at that point. And he said a lot of things about me negative, but it's all good. We're gonna catch up with each other. We're gonna handle it like men. Let's go, champ.
So do you have any idea of when you'll be back in the ring officially? Is there like a specific date?
November or late December, hopefully against Povetkin. We're in talks right now against Alexander Povetkin, excuse me. And hopefully we'll be knocking him out. Once I knock him off, I'm at the front of the car.
100%. And also, it'd be almost impossible not to ask you this question because it's pretty much on the word of every boxer in MMA right now. What's your thoughts on the Mayweather-Mcgregor fight, and what is your prediction of the outcome?
It's going to be a great fight, and we don't know what the outcome is going to be. We don't know if he's going to get knocked out cold, or he'll get stopped with a body shot, or will he do something miraculous, something that we've never seen, and knock him out. We don't know. It's great for the sport. It's great. If nothing else was happening, it'd be nothing to talk about. So at least we're talking about it in two different sports. It's like basketball and baseball. Two different sports coming together to play to play, and that's what's happening. These guys coming together, they're gonna make a lot of money, and that's the most important part.
Of course.
For those two.
Of course. Dillian Whyte is fighting in America, technically this month now. He's fighting in Nebraska on the undercard of Terence Crawford against Julius Indongo. They've been struggling to look for an opponent, and Michael Grant was originally announced. I'm sure he's a heavyweight you would know quite well. But he has now been taken out because of bad reaction to the fans, because obviously of how old he is, and he's been inactive for a long time. Dillian Whyte was meant to be fighting Michael Grant. Michael Grant.
Oh, Michael Grant. Okay.
But that fight has now been pulled because Michael Grant is quite old, and people were really upset about the making of that fight because he's an inactive fighter as well. But what is your thoughts on Dillian Whyte taking this fight in America, and is that someone who you were definitely willing to take on?
Yeah, that's great. That's a great fight for America. That's a great fight for him and his brand and him as a fighter, his name. That's a great fight for him. Fighting in America, period, doesn't matter who he fights. Dylan, I love Dylan. He's a great fighter. He's a business. If the opportunity came where we fought, I'd definitely take it if it was for a title or something like that, or something that, was forced. But other than that, there's no real need. I like the guy a lot, but it's a business, and we will be friends regardless. I respect the hell out of him. So I'm just looking forward to, seeing what he does with his career. I think he's going to do great. And I'm looking forward to see what he's doing, what he's going to do, and who he's going to fight in his next fight.
Of course. Also, we have a world title heavyweight defence in the UK coming up this year in September, and that's Hughie Fury fighting for the world title against Joseph Parker in Manchester Arena. What's your thoughts on the outcome of that fight, and is that someone else you're chasing after as well?
Yeah, I don't care who got the belt. I'm definitely going after them. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. As far as that fight goes, it's a great fight. I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm a big fan of Joseph Parker. He's a very exciting fighter to watch. He lets his hands go. He's a big, fast, heavyweight, great jab. He's great. I love to see him. I'm looking forward to this fight. I don't know much about Fury, but if he's half the fighter that his cousin is, he's a a good fighter, and I want to see him as well.
Oh, okay, well, thanks a lot for talking to PSP Sports today, Shannon. We got a lot of good stuff off you today, and it's good to hear that you're keeping well, keeping in shape, and that you're ready to fight any heavyweight on the planet.
Thank you, Shane. I really appreciate you having me on the show, champ. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
That's my brother. Let's go, champ. I'll talk to you later, bro.